What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a little service on the what I call the Black Pearl here. It's a 2005 Harley Davidson Nightrain. We're getting ready for our little yearly trip to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue over in Rogers, Arkansas. We're going to clean the air filter here and do oil service. So anyway, when we get started, I'm going to take this air filter cover off. You can pause it if you want. Okay, so got this little pretty cover off. Behind that was this little star doodad right here. Removed it. Got 3 more little screws. And this is a Arlen Ness big sucker. So yours may look a little different, but we'll continue to get this off and get it cleaned up. We got some K&N filter cleaner, and then we'll hit it with the filter oil. There you go. That's it. So we'll be back here in a little while and show you the rest. Sorry about the noise there. My neighbor's doing his daily yard trimming, yard work.
Daily?
Yeah, pretty much. He's a nice guy though. I've had worse neighbors.
There's always somebody worse.
That's right. And this voice you hear in the background is my buddy Tyler.
What's up, YouTube?
Will be, what, 4 days?
4 days.
4
We're hitting
days.
the road, brother.
We will be on the road to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue over in Rogers, Arkansas. It's a yearly thing we do. All right, I'm gonna take out the drain plug for the motor oil. You can either use a 1/4 inch Allen or a 5/8 socket. Crack this a little bit. There she goes. Then just pop the dipstick so it can breathe a little. Slide the little Harley Davidson oil pan under here. Get with it, let her flow.
Max, did you warm the bike up before you started this?
Yes, we did. Good point. Yeah, my boy here, Tyler, he took it for a little ride. You know, nothing crazy. Just get the oil loose and warmed up so it'll flow out. And yeah, definitely want to do that. There she goes, right in the hole. That's how we like it.
Good shot.
And let me get some rags here. On the end of these plugs, there's a little magnet. You always want to kind of check it for any kind of shavings or debris. And honestly, I mean, that's money right there. That's what you want to see. So, you know, it's common. You'll see usually some little bitty shavings maybe, but you start seeing chunks or a whole lot, then you might want to dig a little deeper. You might have some problems going on. So, but we look good here, so we'll let this drain out, and then we're going to switch over and get the oil filter off, and then we'll work on draining the primary here in a minute. Yeah, that's good, man. A little shot out here with my equipment. All right. Well, we got the old oil filter off. I'm using a K&N. This is a 171B for this, like I said, 2005 Nightrain. Now, what you want to do, your new filter, I like to put a little oil inside of it, no more than half full. Is all you need. Then put a little oil around this gasket here. Keeps it from when it gets hot, keeps it from seizing to the bike. Because you don't want to get a stuck oil filter. Been there, done that, and it is no fun. I've done everything from the screwdriver method, sticking it into the oil filter, to having to get a oil filter wrench and screwing it to the filter with self-tapping screws. Not a fun day, you know. Takes a short job into a long job real fast. Anyway, we're going to put the new filter on the bike, and I have yet to figure out a way to do this without making a little bit of a mess, so it's just part of it. Don't need to get these too tight. Really, I just do hand tight, you know, not as tight as I can get it with the hand. That's good. There's no pressure on it, you know, it's not like a pressure valve or anything. So that's it. Next we're going to crack into this, drain the primary. Plugs down here under the bottom, and get the fresh oil put in this thing. I'm using this Mobil 1 20W50 for V-twin, full synthetic. That's what I run in both bikes, vehicles. The primary, we're going to go with this 4T Racing. So, good products, but, you know. Anyway, we'll be back with you in a little bit. All right, go back with some new fresh oil. I'll probably start with like 3 quarts and then fire it out, check it, and then fill it as needed. So that's 1 quart with about, you know, the little bit I put into the oil filter itself. So, and anyway, we'll do 2 more of these and see where we're at. All right, just got the pop the drain plug on the primary here. Gonna do the same thing, kind of inspect your the end here. You got a little magnet, looking for any, you know, big debris, and this was not bad. A little bit of sludge, but no big chunks or nothing to be too concerned about. And this has a little O-ring on it. We're gonna pop that off and put a new one on, just like we did the oil plug. But we're gonna pop this open when we go to refill it. Just take your derby cover off, and you always want to just hand tighten. You know, you don't need to do any kind of impact wrenches or anything foolish like that. So just hand tighten, be good to go. There's a gasket inside here. We'll take a peek at that when I get this open. So see you in a minute. All right, we're gonna open this primary. This is a T27, and they're just, like I said, should be all just done by hand. This is still dripping down here. You know, in these little service, this is about as easy as it gets. I mean, for anybody that really rides, there's no sense in going to a dealership and paying, you know, I mean, probably a couple $100. I mean, you can buy your filter, you know, all the fluids you need for, you know, I mean, you buy good stuff, you know, you're probably going to spend, I don't know, Tyler, what, you picked all this stuff up this time, what was it, probably $70?
Yeah, it was $100, but that included the air filter cleaner as well.
Yeah. So around $100, you can have all your stuff, because I already had the filter. So you know that's probably about the same as what the filter recharge kit was. But yeah, there's no need to take it to a dealership, and you know. Plus, this, you know how it was done. You know, you didn't over tighten anything. You know, you put the proper fluids in. It was kind of just a good way to, for me, kind of get to know your bike, you know, and you touch different places. You see different things because you're down, you know, you're down on the ground instead of just up in the saddle, you know, ripping it down the road. It's a totally different look. You know, you got to get your hands on. It's kind of like I like to hand wash my bikes, you know, because you tend to touch every little bolt, you know, your peg. Sometimes these get loose, you know, all this stuff, you know, over time can come loose, and you don't want to have that fall off as you're ripping it down the interstate and, you know, hit one of your boys or somebody behind you. And anyway, but that's a whole nother thing. But no, this is just an easy do-it-yourself project. Little time, take your time, do it right. There's no need to hurry. Anyway, normally you want to take a look at this gasket here and change it if it looks damaged, you know. Probably a good idea to just put a new one in, but I think I've got one. So anyway, this is where you put the primary fluid in, and you're gonna, when you fill it up, you know, you're gonna be right down here, kind of about the bottom of this little groove is all. So anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, we're gonna fill up the primary fluid. Today I'm using the 10W40 Racing T Mobile One product. Got this little handy dandy Harley Davidson filter. Funnel, that's it, the other F word. Anyway, I think it usually holds right around 28 ounces, but I'm more for like eyeball. So don't want to overfill. Kind of want it right down to the bottom of this down here where this little ring is, this groove. So we got a little ways to go. Out there. Another splash. That'll do it. I'm gonna take a little shot in there. So you're just kind of down at the bottom of this metal ring, which is kind of about where this groove is. Clean this up, and we are going to replace the primary gasket. Pretty self-explanatory. So anyway, we'll button this thing up and fire it up, let it run, check the oil level, top it off if we need. She's gonna be ready. Leaving out in how many days, Tyler?
4 days.
4 days.
Let's go.
So anyway, find me, 2 Down Nation, YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe, all the stuff. So, and look for new videos. We'll be trying to get some content on our ride. So anyway, we'll see ya.